Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's 6 o'clock. The audience is not packed in the city hall, everybody online is watching, right? I know you're all home watching this glorious show tonight. Glad to see everybody here this year. We're going to hope a short meeting tonight. Might not be too short, we got UJC to talk about. But glad to see oh, yay! All right, okay. I've welcomed everybody here, so that's the first thing, right? So we're going to do an invocation and we'll do a pledge. Let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you for the blessings of the day. Give us strength, courage, and wisdom to make the proper decision for the city of Lula. Amen. Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Your turn.
Thank you.
Nice bitch.
Okay, everybody got comments? Oops. Let's do citizen comments, then do approval. Okay. Citizen comments, anybody got anything you want to say?
I just want to say you've done a great job on doing the prayer. I really appreciate that.
Thanks, Robert, appreciate that. We'll have a chance to end the meeting for other comments. Everybody got a copy of the agenda, any change you want to make to it? I entertain a motion to approve it.
I make a motion we approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Motion made by Denise, second by Tony to approve the agenda. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. It's approved. Okay. Number one item is discussion of sound system. There's been several complaints, and Frank, you got your notes all in order there?
We should be live, we should have sound, so anybody, at home, you can text them and tell them to check. But all the mics have been reconfigured, reset, and the YouTube sound has been reset, so at this point, I believe we're good. So all we're saying is stay within a relative radius to you. It won't work for you, Wilbur. You'll need to pull it to you.
Yeah.
But other than that, they've all been played with twice last week, so at this point, I think we're good.
Well, let's see what we got going on here, folks. Play that, play from here. Folks, oh, shite.
But I started early, so it was blank.
Yeah.
So there was no sound at the first part.
Okay, let me back up there. Just get there. Okay. Come get my play. I had it up there. I was gonna play real. Okay. So everybody, we're gonna try to make do with what we got right now, sound like to me. If we get any problems, we'll address them. Everybody got a copy of the minutes from the July 14th work session and the July 21st regular meeting. Look at those over and see changes, that change over, vote on next week. We are the month. Y'all pick your best ones this month. And I enjoyed that. Nobody else may have, I enjoyed that.
I heard it.
Hallelujah. I started saying
Hallelujah.
I started saying good. That's here, but all right, Frank, finance.
Okay, just real quick. Hall County SPLOST has $3,353,000 in it. Banks County SPLOST,
$3,300,000.
53,000.
3,300,000. That's right, trying to write down.
Okay. Banks County SPLOST 2017 has $186,098. Banks County T-SPLOST has $363,074. The water deposit account has $107,000 in it. The water tap account has $180,000. The sewer tap has $1.2 million in it. The general fund has $1.630 million in it. The utility account has $214,548, and that's a quick summary of the accounts.
Thank you, Frank. Okay, the council retreat, I've seen a whole lot of emails this week about that. I'm personally in a belief maybe wait after the election to get the deals in. I think it's what we did last year, 2 years ago. I think it's what we did 2 years ago, wait after the election to put new members in the retreat as well, so. And I'll entertain motion, anything that I did, that's my thinking right off the bat.
So,
It's gonna be hard to schedule, I'm sure, but after the November 4th election, try to schedule a retreat.
Are we trying to, is part of the retreat also supposed to include the T-Splost, or is that a separate meeting we're trying to have?
It would be all the accounts. So all the projects in a priority, we would discuss where they'd be funded
Yeah.
from.
That's what the purpose of it was.
So T-Splosh would be in the discussion in the mix, yes.
And that's on the agenda as well, the new SPOS will be on the agenda, on the ballot as well, so you'll have a better idea of what may be coming, what may not be coming in after that vote.
what was the earliest, if we were to do
To,
November, I mean, we're already looking at, I think we're losing our momentum on getting anything done, the more we push it down the year.
You really won't be able to do it till after they're sworn in.
The last time that we had one, it ended up happening in January, February.
No, it happened before I was sworn in.
yeah, she was sworn in last year. She attended
I was able to
the
attend
retreat, but
the retreat.
That was the one at Lanier Tech.
yeah.
And so what, do you recall what month that was?
was-
Had to be in November, I would think.
Had to have been, I'm pretty sure it was
Because the
November.
election, because she should have been sworn in December, so it had to have been, I would think, in November.
So November, okay. Yeah, all right.
That's just me guessing.
I hate to, push it away, however, I guess we can, at least talk beforehand and make sure we have a solid, topic list, and maybe do some preliminary work and still do it in November. Are you a proponent for waiting until November?
I'm okay with waiting for November. I just want to make sure that whatever we needed to sign for the T-Splost, we were able to do and provide.
It's already
If-
done. The
Well,
IGA 's already
T-Splost was
signed.
turned down. It was going to be,
You talking in Hall County?
you're talking about hot, Splost,
9.
9.
So,
The IGA already
IGA's
signed.
done.
Yeah, it's already
So
signed.
it's just about now and
The vote,
the vote.
Right, but I meant where we were going to try to talk with Hall County on how we needed certain things put in place for
Right.
us.
that can't happen after the
That's a
vote.
separate IGA, but yes, we can talk about that.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
So I say we wait until November, or December, so we make sure that the new council has a say in what we do for everything going forward.
Okay.
I'd agree with that.
I'm gonna suggest we go ahead and schedule it, maybe, you said you wanna do it during the week, cause you're getting into the holidays
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's over my,
when you do that, so like November the 7th? Is that enough days after the election?
Yeah.
Let's see.
well, it won't be certified until probably the 7th, right? More than likely, Wilbur?
Or maybe the 14th?
Yeah, I'm thinking four.
I,
That gives them time to certify.
because when you get any further out, I mean, you're getting into Thanksgiving, holiday get-togethers, and we're having a hard enough time pulling people together.
Some-
And then you're gonna add all that in with it. I should be able to do the 7th, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do the 14th.
Just for discussions with Pete, would the Saturday be okay as an alternate date?
I can do the 8th or
The
the
8th.
15th.
Yeah,
So,
as long as I know enough time in advance, I can take off.
so we're saying November 8th or the 15th is a possibility.
Seventh, 8th, 15th.
7, 8, or 15.
Yes. I can be available for the 7th, 8th, and 15th.
Okey dokey. Good luck with that. All right, discussing as a city logo, Jim, we're going to present the local authority ideas to us.
Good evening, everyone.
David,
Hope you can hear me. Just wanted to come back to you again. It's time for an update from the Lula Development Authority. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about what we've been doing here in the last few weeks and what you can expect to hear from us in the near future. We have been working, as I think I told you before, about our grant for the strategic marketing plan. The grant application has been submitted to the Appalachian Regional Commission, the ARC, and we expect to hear back from them sometime in September, hopefully with the approval for that grant. And when they do approve, they are going to want to award the funds before the end of the fiscal year, September 30th. So it will begin to move quickly. So we're glad of that in that respect, because what happens next is that we will submit RFPs for a consultant, and develop RFPs for a consultant, and get bids for that during the fall, and hopefully select that consultant, have them ready to go on the process for developing the marketing plan the first of the year. And hopefully that gives us some ideas about what we want in downtown to be able to develop a vibrant downtown, but still keep our hometown feel. And we'll be getting citizens' input for that, and as well as business input to help develop that plan. So then we're also moving forward with branding for the Development Authority. And just wanted to let you know we have already selected our URL for the website and emails, and we, at our last meeting, selected a logo. Frank, do you happen to have that available?
I do not have it on.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I thought maybe you did. Okay,
Did we get the Earl box?
yes,
Okay.
yes, the URL that we selected in the meeting,
I want
discoverlula.com.
to make sure we got it.
Yes, indeed, yes, indeed.
It's discoverlula.com, folks.
Yes, indeed.
You heard it here first. Put it on now.
Right, so we've got our logo and business card designs selected, ready to go on that here very soon. And our website outline is complete. So we know what will be included in the website. We just need a consultant to develop that website for us and put the details and information in. So Frank and I are going to be working on developing the RFP for that here very soon, and we'll be moving forward with that pretty quickly too. So by the end of the year, the Development Authority will be a little more visible than we have been, and hopefully developing visibility for the city in a good way as much as we can. So we appreciate all of you that have attended our meetings and given us your support and input along the way. And that's very much appreciated. So I want you to know our meetings are always open to you, and we'd love to have you visit with us anytime you can. Thank you. Any questions?
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.
No, thank you, Jim.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, Frank, what we got with Base County Tax Assessor?
This is a continuation of the discussion of the proposed loss in Banks County. What's come back to us is that since we say we do not do property tax, they would not give us necessarily all the intangible taxes and stuff that relate to property sales. They would still owe us the TVAT, vehicle taxes. The issue is, and Tangi's brought it up, Some years you guys have, some years you haven't. We really do need to set when they come out with our digest, final digest, we do need to set a proposed millage and then do the rollback to zero with the lost funds, so, as we have done at various times and periods in the past. This has not been an issue on the Hall County side, but it is an issue on the Banks County side. So just to make sure that we get funds that are due to us, as soon as we get that information, we will meet with you and adopt a budget with zero millage based on the lost setbacks. So you can do the form so we're not squabbling about property sales and the taxes that come off of those.
All right, thank you.
So that's just information on your part, and we'll proceed. Like I said, we're still waiting on the digest from Banks County, and once we get that, we'll format that.
Before we move to the next item, I just had somebody reach out to me and say that they can actually hear us on YouTube. So,
That's a
yay.
good thing.
Sorry.
I didn't hear Frank now.
Okay, let's hear Frank some more then on the healthcare expenses.
We have the renewal notices for next year, for the 2026 year for healthcare. It is an 8.1% increase. And the current plan that we're in is the point of service through Anthem. It's an 80-60 plan, so 80% in-network coverage, 60% out, with an annual $1,000 deductible. What that represents, it's an increase of $3,938 over this year's rates, and that's when I take out the folks that are no longer here and backfilled, and those the 2 employees that we have that aren't eligible. So it's not quite as much as we thought. We did cover that in the budget, because in the budget planning we planned on a 10% increase. So at our next meeting, I will be asking you to make a decision whether we keep going forward, since we have to make that notice to GMA by September 5th. But as you go through the sheets, it's your letter, it's statements, you can see the rates on page 3 of 3 of our current plan. And on the 4th page, you can see where our costs have been for the current year and next year. So you can do some comparisons between those. And I'll be glad to answer any question you have.
No questions? That was easy enough. All right, Frank, let's do it. UDC. Jerry, you're up. Oh, Jerry, you're up. All right.
He's going to take chapter 12, the short chapter.
Can I ask a quick question
Yes, ma'am.
before we move into this? Is the website up and running? Or where are we at? Because I get asked this.
It's on me.
Okay,
Trying to set the final and get through it so we can kick it live.
okay,
So our goal is over the next week.
okay. Sherry. All right.
Don't read verbatim.
I'm not.
This is Jerry.
I don't do that.
Just kidding. That's all Frank earlier I said.
We're keeping the same URL, or we're changing it to thecityoflouisville.com, we're keeping it.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been checking it.
Jerry, please don't take offense. Hold on just a
Kurt's
second.
URL is cityoflouisville.com, I just want to make sure we keep it the same name.
Oh, okay. It's gonna be the same thing.
Obviously.
Y'all, I'm a little concerned about this. I did ask for the paperwork, for what we're looking at proposing as the UDC. If this is our ordinances, and this is 89 pages, the proposed UDC that we were given back in November is 419 pages. And I'm not quite sure how many pages the actual standard development specifications are. you stack all the paper together, there's at least 100-page difference. There's a lot of changes. To me, it feels a little too much, again, like we're trying to make it an HOA. I don't know that our citizens are gonna be happy. It just seems like a lot to me.
I agree, there's a lot in it that we need to look at closely and evaluate the necessity of it. Identify if it's something that is needed in our community, and if it's not needed in our community, or we can't validate a particular reason of what we're trying to avoid or protect against, I think we need to evaluate those for possible removal. So I agree with your statement that there's a lot there, and I think we need to have more scrutiny into it, where it may require additional sessions, specifically, where we only go through the proposed ordinance changes, or the UDC changes. I apologize. That's my opinion.
So I don't know where we need to, I don't know, do we want to continue going through what has been proposed for us to continue looking at? Or if we want to go back and look at the old and start comparing the old to the new? How do we want to proceed? Because I just feel like I hate to say it, it feels like we're overstepping.
It's too big, too much in it.
And that's definitely your prerogative. What I'm telling you is, you go through there, the vast majority of it is for development. So if a developer comes in, they know what the requirements are. We can certainly go back and start, as we did, we started with the zoning, we kept the sign ordinance basically the same. We just moved it over from the existing. We kept the stormwater the same. We kept that and brought that over. So what you're looking at is a 2005 design ordinance that is not up to today's standards at all. But we've had this discussion. If the council doesn't want to move forward, that does not hurt our feelings. But by the same token, if there are things we're missing in the review process, especially in the development review, that is in this document. That's why it's a lot larger than it has been. But your zoning section hasn't gotten any larger. As you go through that, the only thing in the zoning that's gotten larger is the use tables. The permitted use tables are about 20 pages each. And they go into detail of what you would permit or require special use or would not permit. So there's 40 pages right there that are more detailed than what you have. Like I said, we'd be glad to sit down with you individually. It's one of the things I've made comments. It's not my document. Yes, I prepared it, but it was a document for a discussion and to get discussion on what you wanted or didn't want. And there were several sections that we cut out based on comments, or that are proposed to be cut out from you, that will be taken out of the document. So at this point, just looking at what we've discussed without having done everything, I would say we probably dropped about 25 pages, but that's not a significant amount. You're looking at, with the additional sheets, the stormwater ordinance is separate in that. We're probably about 300, so another 100 pages, and most of that is in the development code side. Absolutely.
Well, I think what my other issue is the fact that I've been asking for it since November, and I just got it last week. I asked for what the original was before this was written.
The original, and I still don't understand what you're calling the original.
Okay, to me, these would be originals. This is what's on the books. So these would be original, correct?
You got today. You've had that.
Right. I just got this today, so I can't compare it to this.
I agree, but it was
And
just
this I just got Friday.
I got a clarification of what you were talking about, what you were requesting.
Okay, I'm not understanding. If I'm asking for what the original was before this was put together and assembled, I don't understand how hard it was to figure out that I needed this and this.
This is based on your request Friday, the emails back and forth. I finally understood that's what you were asking for. That you've had since December of '24 in soft format when we adopted that.
I think we're gonna need to agree to disagree.
I've got a recommendation. Now that we have additional staff, I think this would be an opportunity for us to have our additional staff reach out to us individually and take this larger project into smaller bite-sized pieces so that we can see clearly on an individual basis as to the baseline we had before and anything that the verbiage covers that is the same and anything that is new that it was not there before. That opportunity, might take a little longer, but it certainly would allow council to be comfortable not making decisions on things that we just didn't know were in there. Because I know that that's definitely a caution or concern of us is that we pass something that we may have overlooked. And so this will give us that opportunity to each be very clear, and that way additional staff can take our findings on an individual conversation and share those with the others. Just kind of making rounds. I know that I've heard of other cities, doing it in this fashion, where they, gain consensus quicker that way, as opposed to a larger decision that's demanded of a large quantity of material. That's my recommendation.
Doing it one section at a time.
Well, we are doing it one section at a
I mean,
time.
like taking one section and approving that one section at a time. Is that what you're saying?
Correct, meaning that, staff would have the job of going to each council member saying, here's what it was before, here's what we're trying to do now, here's what's not in there, do you agree, yes or no, yes or no? And then they take any findings or concerns and then share that as they make rounds with each additional council. And then therefore, at the end of it, they can say, I met with you, down the row of each council member and say, everyone agrees that, these things are okay to put in. And then those items, can be put forth to say, okay, now we can go ahead and tentatively approve so that at the end of it, we can have a list. And to Frank's credit, there was a list that was put together. And I know that was the one that you saw that had like the green highlights and things like that, things that were cleared. But I think, and I agree with Juliet that there's still a little bit of an apprehension where we're not 100% sure that we have seen all that's being put in. So I don't know, there's an apprehension that maybe something else may have changed that we all haven't seen yet. Because I know that we make recommendations, things get struck, so then it's presented again. So we're just not comfortable. So I think that other approach where there's a little bit of extra care and handling, I think that will make everyone feel good, and also our citizens can have that confidence that we are being thorough with it, as opposed to just passing, a judgment on documentation for our UDC without actually looking at it. That's what they've entrusted us with. It's just a methodology.
In the final product, we still have to have public hearings on, 2 public hearings.
Yes, this is just a workshopping with you.
I make a motion that we table the UDC and come up with a plan to break this up and have staff meet with each individual council member in smaller chunks so that we can all feel comfortable with the verbiage.
I would second that.
Motion made to table the UC conversation by Tony, second by Juliet. Any more discussion? We started this thing back in November, folks. We had raised objectives then. We were 9 months later, raised objectives. Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. It's tabled. Thank you, Jerry. Do we want to declare a moratorium on building until we get this clarified or not? Because these builders got this stuff in front of them that we might not approve, might approve, but we won't declare a moratorium until we get straightened out.
I'm not gonna support a moratorium until we have a discussion on what our methodology is gonna be, for communicating with council. I would not support a moratorium at this time.
I'm just asking, I don't want, because we have the builders coming in here wanting
They
to
wanna
build.
know, they wanna know, what can I build and how? I 100% agree, so it, makes this week very important, that we work and communicate with staff on a plan to move through it quickly.
Okay. That takes care of that. Now we got the executive session, personnel, real estate, and legal.
Oliver, do you need anything?
Nothing on my end.
At this time, we don't need anything, so it's not necessary.
Oh, okay. Moves on. I see we have one on that. Y'all know that now, does. All righty. Time for citizen comments again.
Robert Grizzle, 6400 Emerald Way, Lula, Georgia. I'd like to comment, say one, that Council Lady Woods was right, comparing things, the city to an HOA. I think one of the most important takeaways is what our city manager said, it is your prerogative, you are the city council. But keep in mind, HOAs was first formed mainly because developers love it because they get paid for the rest of their lives, their children's lives, their great-great-great-grandchildren's lives get paid. But look what it is. Look at how communism gets a stronghold in America. Watch the movie Reagan. But more so, think about an HOA. You've got a brand new house you paid $400,000 or $500,000 for. They planted some sorry grass, some sorry weeds, bushes in the yard. That bush dies a week after you buy your house. Spent $500,000 on it. You want to pull that dead bush up, but you wind up getting fined because you're not allowed to pull that dead bush up. That's what an HOA is. It's the first stronghold and foothold of communism in America. They've got people roped into living in and agreeing to live in a neighborhood where they've spent, in some cases out in California, $2 million living in a small house that you buy for $200,000 here in Lula. But they can't pull up a dead bush. They can't put out mulch until they get approval. If they don't like the color of your house, you will paint it again. And that's an HOA. And a city should not enact any law upon a citizen that it does not put upon itself. There's people in this room that was here over at the depot the night that put in code enforcement here in Lula. I was one of the people speaking for it. People in this room knows that I was. I like a nice, well-kept yard. Buildings kept nice and clean. The roadways kept nice and clean. But look where that went. The very reasons it needed to be put into place got avoided. Those places stayed the same. It's something to tread lightly with. But do we need it? Yeah, we need to encourage people to keep things nice. Builders are going to want the HOA. But look what it is. And you can't turn a city into an HOA. But it's being tried all across America right now because people are not looking at the obvious right in front of them. The statement made by Russia, we will destroy America from within. And they're doing it. They're getting everybody used to being a communist. You can't do that. You can't do this. You can do that. Oh, you paid $500,000 for a house. I'm sorry the bush died. We'll get back to you when you can pull it up. I mean, put yourself in those shoes. Would you like it if you've got a brand new house, and that's happening right down the road here, that new subdivision. My daughter's son-in-law lives there. Bush died. Week after they bought it, moved into it, $400,000. Couldn't pull the bush up. Couldn't put mulch out. because they had to get permission to do it. I've built houses in HOAs. And the owner of the HOAs love it. It's constant money forever. And that's how they broke them into doing it. But people having to change the color of their house because they didn't like it. The president didn't like the color, so they'd have to change the color of their house and pay for it to be painted again. But think about and tread lightly on what laws you enact upon a citizen until you're ready to enact them upon yourself in your home place, whether it's here in Lula or another county or another state. Think about what you're doing to the citizens and look at what the city needs to do to keep up with what it puts upon the citizens. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord. Anybody else? Okay, council comments, you did.
Thank you all for coming out, and we will see you next week.
Thank all five for coming. Come back next week. Bring one week, you'll be out of 10.
I go about the same. Thank the ones here, thank the ones watching. Glad we got the sound system better, and hope everybody has a good week.
My turn. Thank you for coming. You gonna elaborate?
No, I just want to say, thank you for entrusting us up here on the council. I know that, sometimes it looks, to some that we're not making decisions fast enough. Others will argue that we're making decisions, too quickly, without much oversight. So it's a balance that we're trying to do our due diligence and making sure that we have new staff, here with us in the city, and we want to make sure that we're utilizing that to the best of all of our citizens' benefit to make sure that we're doing things right. And I think this is a great opportunity for us to demonstrate that. But thank you all for coming out here tonight, and then all those that are watching online. And I'm very glad to hear that the cries have been heard, that we are taking action with the sound system to make sure that people can be heard here as well. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, upcoming meetings, we got the planning commission meeting tomorrow night here. Our regular council meeting next Monday night, 7 o'clock here. Qualifying for elections, we got districts 2, 3, and the mayor's seat up for re-election this year. Qualifying is next Monday through Wednesday. Packets are available now. I think I was come by and pick one up. Come and see y'all pick it up. Right back next week. Historical Society meets the 25th at 7 o'clock at the depot. Development Authority will meet the 26th at 6 o'clock here. Blue Ladies is Wednesday the 27th at noon at 6:30. Labor Day will step here first, see how we'll be closed. And then Planning Commission meets again Tuesday, September 2nd, 6 o'clock here. And I want to thank everybody for coming, everybody for watching. Everybody need to get involved. This city basically explodes. It's scary to me, I'll be honest with you. I can't know that in our houses in the next 5 years, 800 units. That's kind of scary. Well, there's no living in our houses, we're going to start with that, so just double the size, moving 5 years. So, something to think about, something to prepare for. I thank everybody for coming now, and anything else to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Motion made today to adjourn, second by Juliet, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. We adjourn.